breathing, in yoga breathing, you're asked to keep your tongue in the yogic position, which is touching the tip of your tongue to the alveolar ridge behind your upper front teeth, like that, and just keep it there. In yoga philosophy, they say there are two energy currents in the body, one positive and one negative, that end with those 2 points, and that when you make that contact, it keeps the energy of the breath within. I have no idea what that means in terms of Western physiology, but they're the ones who invented it, so we should do it the way they said. So you're going to keep your tongue in that position. And in this exercise, you're going to breathe in through your nose quietly and out through your mouth, making a sound. So you're going to blow air out. It helps if you purse your lips out and press your tongue up. So you're going to be exhaling around your tongue. You'll figure out how to do that. So the exercise begins by letting all the air out through your mouth. I should also say you can do this in any position. You can do it standing, lying, sitting. If you're sitting, it's good to keep your back straight and your feet on the floor. So you're going to let all the air out through your mouth. Then you're going to breathe in through your nose quietly to a count of 4. Hold your breath for a count of 7. And exhale through your mouth to a count of 8. And then you will repeat this for a total of 4 breath cycles, and that's it. So let me demonstrate it to you, and then we'll do it together, and I'll count for you. So it looks like this. That's all. It's a little hard for me to talk to you after I do that because this produces a very pleasant altered state of consciousness that I would rather stay in. Okay, so we're going to do this together, and I'm going to count for you at a rate that I think will be comfortable. Remember, you've got to get enough air in on the 4 to last you for the holding for the 7. Any questions about this before we do it?
What's the 8 for?
8 is exhalation. So notice, exhalation is the longest phase of this, and that's very important to why this works the way it does. Okay, so let's try it. Let all the air out through your mouth. Close your mouth in through your nose. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Close in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Close in. 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more. Close in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Now again, just breathe normally. And notice any changes you feel. Some of you may feel lightheaded from this. That will disappear with practice. That's not the point. Anything else? Different from the last one.
Visual clarity. Visual clarity. I see better right now.
Oh, good. Good. I mean, some of you may have some sense of relaxation from this. That will become very powerful as you repeat this. With breathing practice, this is like water cutting the Grand Canyon. It's not how intensely you do this. It's not how frequently you do it. It's the regularity of doing it. You're putting a signal into your nervous system. And the effects of this are cumulative. You've got to do this without fail twice a day. I do it in the morning when I wake up before I do some sitting meditation. I do it in the evening when I go to bed to fall asleep. It will become a great way to help you fall asleep. If you wake up in the middle of the night for any reason, get back in bed, do this. It will help you fall asleep right away. You can do it more often during the day, but never more than 4 breath cycles at one time, and never fewer than 2 practice sessions a day. After a month, if you're comfortable with it, you can increase to 8 breath cycles at each time. And then the minimum practice is 8 breath cycles twice a day, without fail. And then you can start doing it more frequently and using it for other purposes. If this is the most important thing I'm telling you all morning. I guarantee you that if you will stick with this, you will be amazed at what you'll see. It may take 6 to 8 weeks before you begin to notice the effects. I have seen people who've had cold hands all their life who now have warm hands from doing this. I have 5 cases of people who've stopped atrial fibrillation by doing this, something I wouldn't have thought was possible. It's the best method I found for stopping paroxysmal tachycardia, much better than the methods I learned in medical school. I've seen people stop chronic insomnia, a variety of circulatory problems, the worst forms of panic disorder. You want to, after you're comfortable with it, after a month, you want to start using it for specific things. You know, if somebody cuts you off in traffic, do this before you react. It's a great way to deal with cravings. It's also, I'll end with this, it's a very intimate connection to have with another person. I tell parents to do this with kids, but for a doctor to do this with a patient, it's fantastic. I mean, it's a wonderful connection. And I also, as I say, to me, this is a perfect example of something that integrative medicine can bring into mainstream medicine that could save so much money, save so many adverse drug reactions, accomplish so much. I mean, I could spend the whole morning talking to you about cases I've seen in which just from doing this, there have been dramatic changes in people's lives and physiology. And just a whole other subject, which I won't have time to talk to you about because we're going to take our photo. But there are very interesting spiritual traditions based on breath. In many cultures, breath is seen, the movement of breath is seen as the movement of spirit in the body. The words for spirit and breath are the same in many languages, unfortunately not in English. But in Sanskrit, prana means both breath and spirit. Arabic, Hebrew, same. Latin, spiritus, Greek, pneuma, the same word. And unfortunately in English it's not there, so we don't see that connection. In many cultures, I think this is true in Arab culture and Islam, that life is seen to be, well, one belief is that Allah allots you a certain number of breaths before you're born. And when you use them up, you die, so that's an argument for slowing your breathing down. In many cultures see life beginning with the first breath, that they know that this is true in Native American culture, for example, that the idea is that spirit is in the vicinity of the body but not connected to it until the breath cycle begins. I mean, there are very interesting beliefs about this. And also, if you don't know this, the literal meaning of the word conspiracy is to breathe together. So we are engaged here in conspiracy, better health and health care. All right, thank you.
Wonderful. Big round of applause.